So how much can you get paid for donating sperm? Maybe you heard one of your female friends talk about how much she got paid for donating her eggs, and you thought, well, hey, I got good material. I'm made of good stuff. Let me donate my sperm and see about getting paid too. Well, you'll get paid something. Not what your friend got. Let's talk about it. What's up? I'm Corlendos Scott, and I am an assisted reproduction attorney in Los Angeles, and I've dedicated my practice to helping people grow their family through assisted reproductive technologies like sperm donation. And in this episode, we're going to talk about just that, sperm donation and getting paid. We'll talk about how much sperm donors get per donation. We'll discuss how many times a donor can donate, and we'll also talk about some non-monetary benefits of donating sperm. Let's jump in. All right, here's the skinny. Sperm banks are like 7-Elevens. They're all over the place. To be honest, it's a pretty huge market. And it may sound like easy money, right? Well, I'll blow you away even more. Check this out. Let's say you start donating at around age 18. Well, in the lifespan or the career, you could say, of a sperm donor, you could make as much as $264,000. Wait, a cool $250,000 for donating sperm? Sure, but let's break that down. You heard that right. If you start at 18 and you donate, let's say several times each month, it's possible to earn over $250,000. That's by the numbers at least. So we're saying we're looking at 18 to 40, but most clinics only accept sperm donors between 18 and 35. But hey, just for the sake of our math for you, let's stick to 40. And let's see how far we can get. Starting at 18, you make around $1,000 a month if you donate maybe 5 to 7 times per month, or roughly that equates to $12,000 per year. 12,000 times 22 years, assuming you're able to regularly donate from 18 to 40 years old. You gotta stay fit. That's $264,000, give or take. All right, let's bring it back down to earth. I hate to break it to you guys, but the odds of getting into Harvard or Stanford are probably higher than your chances of being accepted as a continual ongoing sperm donor at major paying sperm banks like the California Cryobank or Fairfax Cryobank, which still doesn't guarantee you get paid any higher than any other bank. But let's just say you're the casual sperm donor. Maybe a one-off sperm donation could buy you a big gulp insulated cup for your next house party. Maybe a couple bags of chips, maybe a quarter keg of Miller Lite or a half a keg of Bud Light. I don't know. It's not really the best route for beer money, let me tell you that. But what should you do with this newfound wealth from your one-off donation? I don't know, maybe buy yourself a beard grooming kit or an ice maker or a food processor. I don't know. Maybe grab some Adidas slides or a pair of wireless earbuds. But that's about as far as you're going to get off of the money from one donation. I know you're thinking, but my female friend who donated her eggs, she was rich after she donated. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. But it's never really about the money when we donate sperm. Come on, guys. We're altruistic too, right? So you have to think about the other reasons around sperm donation. So let's get the elephant out of the room right now. It's not about the money. To be honest, men either don't get paid or they get paid so little that the process itself won't even make the money or be worth the time and inconvenience that it took you to go make the donation. So why do men still do it? I truly believe it's out of altruism. We're inherently altruistic people like that, Maybe I'm saying this because it's guy code, but I think it's fair. But seriously, let's look at the altruistic or the other benefits outside of monetary compensation. But before we do, if you're liking this, if you're getting anything out of it, do me a favor and share it with a friend. Share it with somebody who you think might be thinking about doing sperm donation, and he saw the Vince Vaughn movie where Vince Vaughn fathered 500 children, and maybe he needs a cautionary tale. Yeah, go ahead, share it. And while you're at it, subscribe and click the bell so that you know whenever I release a new video. Okay, let's look at the other benefits. All right, and I'm going to give you these benefits with a straight face, and I don't want you laughing either because I'm very serious about this. I'm not a doctor, but I learned this from one. Okay, men donating your sperm, let's look at some of those benefits. It strengthens your pelvic floor muscles, which helps prevent erectile dysfunction or male incontinence. It increases your level of cortisol, which helps raise your immune system. Also, it's perhaps the best known source of stress relief. When stress adds up over time, it can contribute long-term health issues. So you have options. Also, you get compensated while getting these health benefits. So while the money alone is not exactly what you're in it for, it's a great thing to offset. You're helping yourself and you're helping others. Now, let's be honest. You're wanting to know the dollar amount. So let me just tell you, it could potentially be around $65 a donation. So that goes to show you that it just may not be worth your while if all you're in it for is the money. Another benefit is you get free medical and psychological screenings. Trust me, those things are expensive, and that's an additional benefit that you get just from donating your sperm. You get tested for HIV, the antibodies. You get tested for chlamydia, Tay-Sachs, gonorrhea, and even syphilis. So you're getting some free screenings there. Another benefit, you get the chance to review your family medical history, which allows you to understand what potential risks you or any future children of yours may have to face. And last but not least, you get to help someone or a couple create or grow their family. Like I said, it's never about the money. And okay, back to that friend of yours who donated her eggs and what the deal is and why she gets so much money and why you don't. Well, what makes men different from women when we're talking about donating genetic material is very simple. They get paid so much money because it's the process and risk that they put themselves through to retrieve or harvest their eggs versus how men donate their sperm. Let's face it, women go through intensive and long medical procedures in order to donate. We get a cup. So you do the math. If you're watching this and you're thinking about being a sperm donor, one of the things you better have in place is a tight legal contract, a tight sperm donor contract, because what you don't want to do is become a father inadvertently. So what I'll do is put an email below so that you can reach out to me. If this is you and you're thinking about being a donor, you can reach out and we can figure out if you need or what you need to do legally to protect yourself while doing your sperm donation. See you in the next episode.